What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Once again, I am Nev from Nev's Tech Bits. Me, Deadpool, and the Skull Guy are here to rap a little freestyle for you about the Soyes phone, cell phone, very small phone, knockoff iPhone, smallest iPhone in the universe, direct from China. We're going to act like we're unboxing it for the first time. Oh my god, look how small this is. Wow, I'm so impressed. This is the first time I'm unboxing it. So here is an iPhone 6S. And there is the Soyes little bitty phone. Look how cute. It's so cute. Look how cute. That's exactly what the ladies would say if they saw that. Look how cute. So, of course, you get the phone. Looks just like an iPhone 6 for the most part. Interestingly enough, it comes with its own screen protector. You won't be able to find any cases for this, but the screen protector should be good. So, here's what we got. That came on the back of it. Interesting. All inclusive. This thing really makes you feel like a member of the family and whatnot. Of course, you get your standard Android kind of plug. And look at this. I got my own card. Yeah, I'm a card carrying member of the Soyes gang. I wonder if they just put the same number on these and just smack them on out. What do they want me to do with this? They want me to put it in my wallet so I can pull it out and say I'm a better person than you because I have a Soyes. People will be like, what the fuck is a Soyes? And of course, we got all kinds of instructions in different languages. Yep. ISO 9001, 2008. This thing's only 10 years old. Yeah. Actually, it probably isn't. That is a standard. Oh yeah, it actually came with one of the prickerator things. Yep, prickerator. Oh, I haven't seen one like that. What's that thing on the back? Come here. I guess that speed holes. It has speed holes in it. Yep, and then I get a big instruction manual. Man, remember back in the day when everything came with a good instruction manual, whether you read it or not, or it was at least something to have and something to hold, right? That was good stuff. I really wish the universe would go back to the instruction manuals. Screw the trees. I want my instruction manual. Anyways, let's take a look at the outside. That's where we put the SD card, that's where we turn the power on, and that's where we do the volume. On the bottom, we don't have any screws. I really don't even know how to take this thing apart, honestly. I bet I'd have to pry it around the edges. I don't exactly feel like doing that. I believe that is the microphone right there. So let's take a look at the side, and I will show you where the SD card goes. At first, I didn't think there was an SD card in here, but then... or a port in here, but then I opened it up, and just like that, that's where you put your SD card, and that's where you put your SIM. And slam her back in there. Slam evil. For the love of the flying spaghetti monster. So, very small. Definitely very small. That's what she said. This is me trying to mine a little bit of Dash coin on there. And as soon as you turn it on, it comes right to a desktop. It doesn't ask you for a Google sign-in. I'm not sure if that's really good or bad. And I was a little bit hesitant about using this right out of the gate because reasons. Let's see. Let me get to the... Alright, I brought the brightness down so it would show up a little bit better for you. One of the things this doesn't have is an auto brightness setting, which is unfortunate. I never really knew how much I appreciate one of those things until I had this thing in the middle of the night with all the lights off, I was playing video games. This thing was just blaring in my eyes, the light. You know when you pick your phone up in the middle of the night and for a second just blares light into your eyes and like destroys your retinas? Yeah, it was kind of doing that. So I was looking at this thing and looking up at my video game, and then I had in my eye, I had a sunspot at the exact size of the screen, but still, it is really cool. This thing costs about $100, and this is what we get on it. Once again, when you start it up, it just goes right into the operating system. It doesn't ask for any user information. I was a little bit hesitant about putting in my user information into the Play Store. So it comes with everything except for, that wasn't there, the antivirus wasn't there. And then all of this stuff is stuff that I kind of downloaded as we went. As soon as I got into the Play Store, it asked to update two Google things, and then it wanted to install... then it wanted to update Samsung Max, which I believe is a VPN. I don't know why it was automatically there. I went through the list of programs and I couldn't even see it there. Maybe I just didn't look hard enough. I'll have another look through it later. But, honestly, this thing is really cool for the size. Definitely very cool. Now, the back here really gives you a good idea of what you get on the inside of it. It has 1 gig RAM, 8 gigs ROM, and 2.5-inch screen, 240 times 432. So you don't get a lot of power out of it, and I really wanted to throw a benchmark at it, but I can't get any benchmarks that'll download that'll actually work on this thing. There's no internal GPS, so GPS is completely off the table. It will not find you at all. It just won't find you. It doesn't happen. It won't happen. It can't do it. I know it. You know it. Zorak know it. Brack know it. Come on. Next. Just going to prove it to you. Okay, yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. I'm just trying to so you know it won't work. Come on. Come on. Okay, maybe I'll come back to that later. But yeah, basically won't be able to find you. You know, I thought, hey, let's play a ball breaker game. Unfortunately, that dot is always there because there's nothing here or there. There's no back and forth right there. Okay, let's try. Come on, level 2, start. Come on. Yep, let's play this game. Okay, the thing is, I have a hard time. Okay, now it works. Okay, see? It kind of kicks out around the bottom. Ah, damn, I fail. Life is hard. So yeah, come on, shoot that stuff. Ah, go away. No, stop. Okay, I can't lift my finger off there. But the thing is, it seems to cut out. It almost seems like the touch screen doesn't work so much for various places at the bottom. There's dead places in the touch screen. Perhaps I should send it back, but still, really, really cool. Actually, I find it easier to play this game looking through the camera than actually looking at the screen. But still, it can be done if you're if you're a kid, let's say, who's just on a trip and just enamored by the fact that you can play anything rather than nothing. I bet you'd be able to play this. I bet you'd be able to play this. So anyways, yeah, I got MinerGate on here so I can try to mine some Dashcoin, Bitcoin, Monero, all that fun stuff. And you know what? Yeah, I should probably show you how much we get. Starting. Oh, sorry, DP. My spiritual advisor over here, my spiritual guide. Yep, there we go. About 7 hashes a second, which is not very good, honestly. 6-year-old BlackBerry 10 gives me 13. So, what can be said about that? Oh yeah, so this, of course, this button's always going to be here. Now, if you've ever had your home button break on an Apple, you will know what it's like to use this thing. Unfortunately, the screen isn't big and it's always there at home. Recent back, so basically that should be there. That should be there if this was a real Android. So I haven't put a launcher on here. I think I will, though. I'll put a launcher on it that'll make this look like an iPhone, and that'll make me a really good human being. Yeah, so Pokemon Go says it'll work on here, but you don't actually get a location. The keyboard on here is so painful, I don't even want to try to put in the crypto or the alphanumeric password for my private internet access. Yeah, 9 gig. 9 gig ain't bad, I gotta say. If you don't know what 9 gig is, basically a picture. Me dodging my responsibilities. 9 gig is pretty interesting. It's a good way to kill a little bit of time. Sometimes it's not always the fastest. Then again, it might just be the phone. Yeah, 9 gig is good for killing some time, checking out some pictures. Dear aliens, there are only 2... Oh, triggered! Oh, no! I'm gonna get demonetized for that now, I bet. Yep. Just over 3 inches long. Yep, okay. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. Let's check out some YouTube videos. I wonder what's up. This has a... I believe it's a quad-core CPU... Come on, let's get anything. Let's check out this guy's video about neighbors. Just to show you it can actually work. If it chooses to. Advertisements, thank God. How do I skip? I can't skip. Maybe I go to home hardware. Yep, come on. I swear to God, this thing has anxiety about actually working. It worked better when I didn't have it on camera. Now, my Wi-Fi in the basement isn't 100%, I gotta say, but geez, it worked better than this upstairs. I swear to God, it worked better than this upstairs. Oh, my life is so hard. Here we go.
Live out in the countryside and the closest other resident to you is like a kilometer away. Would you consider them your neighbor? But if you live in the city,
yeah, so, interesting little wee phone. Interesting stuff. Voice recorder. I love the voice recorder. It's great for that. Oh, one thing I really don't like about it is that it doesn't have a headset, and honestly, the power charge kind of sits to the bottom. So I can't plug in. I have to plug in. I have to put it on an angle, and I plug it. That's what I'm getting at there. Yeah, pretty neat. Otherwise, okay. Honestly, what the heck is that? I don't know what that. I think that's a decoy. So that's your camera. The camera isn't good. The camera isn't really too bad. And then you got your decoy thing there, and then you got your light. There's only one flash, but the flash does work. The flash does work. So let's take a look at the camera. Let's take a look at the camera. It's not horrible. It's like 1.3 megapixels. Unfortunately, it takes a minute to take a shot. You really have to wait a sec. There you go. So one thing they definitely should advertise more when it comes to phones and cameras is, if I press the button, does it take the picture, or does it take the picture a fraction of a second later? Sometimes you're taking a picture and you know the exact second that you want to take the picture, and you hit the button and then it waits a half a second. That ain't cool. That ain't cool. So let's flip this stuff around. Okay. So here's the other one. Let me see. So that's the front-facing camera. Let me see. No, I can't do this. I'm sorry, guys. It's just not going to work out. Basically, that's 0.3 megapixels. So at that point, you can't even really call it a megapixel. Or why would you even register in megapixel? It's not even megapixel. Anyway, so the camera's okay. We can live with that camera. And let's see if I can get to the flashlight. I really like this flashlight. So, if it wasn't for a few things, I could take this as being more than just a novelty. But seriously, it is just a novelty. Especially when you get into the keyboard. No conversations. I wonder if I can... So yeah, that's the keyboard. Now, some people with small fingers can do this. But with me, what I have to do is I have to be mindful about the pointiest point of my finger and try to use that. So what I do is I kind of try to use the side of my finger. H-E. Damn it. E. Nope, not happening. Not happening. So that's what's up there. Life is hard. Life is definitely very hard. But seriously, this thing could have so many purposes. I could use this as a USB drive that I could also watch some video on with horrible quality. I need to carry around a charge port or a charge cable. But hey, I could get away with that. I could do that because I could use this thing as a flashlight. I could use it as all kinds of things, even though it's so small. But what I'd really like it for, the one thing I use my Android for the most is music, and I ain't having that Bluetooth stuff. I ain't that way. Don't even get me started on the Bluetooth thing. Anyways, if they would have just put a charge port on this, I would have been so happy. Or not charge port, sorry, a 3.5, even a 2.5 headset on there. I would have been so happy. I would have got that adapter. You can get an adapter that'll go from this USB micro, I believe this is USB micro B, to headset, but I'm going to be breaking that thing all day, and shoot, it takes like 2 months to get one of those from China, and China's about the only one that sells them, so I ain't doing that. So because of that, this ultimately comes down to being a novelty. Again, it could be a good utility thing. It could be a good thing to have because you can have a lot of simple Android apps on this. And with that, hey, pretty cool. Yeah, I got a police scanner on this. Police scanner. Yep, good stuff. Good stuff. But yeah, just because it doesn't have a few minor things. Honestly, I understand why it doesn't have a headset. Headsets are huge, especially on small phones. GPSs are huge, especially on small phones. You probably have to bring this thing up about 30% to have those things. I would pay another 30% of the price to have those things, but just because it doesn't have those things makes this thing ultimately pretty useless. It's the type of thing, if you didn't have any other phone, you'd be grateful you had this. But just because it's missing one or two things, it's kind of unfortunate. Let's lay DP down right next to it so you can get an idea. Yeah, pretty small. That's what she said. That is definitely exactly what she said. So yeah, we get our BlackBerry 10 over here. And then we get our other phone over here. iPhone. Look how cute! Look how cute! And that's what the ladies will be saying. You know, a good conversation point. You're at the bar. Get out there, put your phone on the table, everyone whips it out. Let's face it, you're at the bar, you whip out your cell phone, and everyone's like, oh, look at that, let's start a conversation with this guy, because he's got a super small phone, where'd it come from, and I've never seen that before. And that makes him an interesting person, and we should talk about tech and stuff like that. That's what's going on. That's really cool. I got the SIM card and whatever removed over here, as I should. And yeah, I'll be right back. I'm going to start to try to pry I'm going to start to try to pry. Here, let's get a closer look. So we have where the screen meets the plastic, and then where the plastic meets the aluminum. So I'm going to be prying right about here. I got to do this very carefully, so I'm not going to do it on camera. I'll be right back. Alright, so I did manage to get in. It's a lot of clips around the side, and I was doing it right. That is a good way to do it. Just so that's where the clips are. Like about here, here. There might have been a clip there. 2 clips at the bottom. More clips on the side. Just like an iPhone, I tried to start at the bottom and then lift upwards. That's what we got on the inside. The home button, just a piece of metal. It clips on a ball right there. Your standard type of button. All right, let's see if I can get any further. How do I get that out? What do I just pull it? Maybe I just pull that one. Yeah, just pull. Alright, looks like I'm after 2 Phillips. Man, this one's really biting me. Alright, finally got those suckers out. Let's pop this thing off, see what she looks like. Oh, I should have known. It's all hiding. I should have frickin' known. Well, let's get that battery off. Ah, it's all under a frickin' shield. Damn it. Damn it, Bobby. I'm gonna have to take a closer look, see if I'm comfortable removing that thing. Dang, man, this is a really freaking tough one. So it looks like right here, looks like right about there we got our, we got the wireless stuff, we got the cards, we got the wireless hardware, and then the CPU, and we got another chip right here. But I'm not having any luck finding a way to get in there. And I gotta be real careful, because if I prick this thing, this is soldered right onto the motherboard, the battery soldered right onto the motherboard. And if I prick that, man, I'm gonna have to call the fire department, I think. And all those pricks out there saying that this is a 6S, 7S. Oh booyah! 7S. I really want to see what's under that shield though, so, you know what, give me a few more. So, ladies and gentlemen, I definitely seem to be at the point where if I carry on any further, I'm not going to be able to repair this and bring it back to full stats. Now, if this video does really good and I get enough thumbs up and likes, I will revisit this. I will revisit this and I will take those heat shields off. But for now, I have other plans for this phone, and it would be unfortunate if I was to destroy it. If I was to destroy it just for a teardown, because this thing definitely still has some potential. So let's have a close look at everything that we got here. So of course we have the screen. Lots going on here. We get a lot in the package, I gotta say, for what we pay. Comes with sensors, speaker. That's where the camera is. And you flip it around to the back. Or if I can get really close onto that chip. I like getting a really close look at the chips for you guys, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that here. And of course you get the cute little buttons on the side. Alright, let's see if I can get the sucker back together. Yeah, great idea. Let's take apart a small phone. It'll be easy to get back together. That frickin' cable right there is the most difficult thing I've ever had to deal with ever. Ah! So it really does come together, much like an iPhone. Slide it in the top, pop at the bottom. Just make sure that that damn thing doesn't play around with you. I gotta make sure the plastic is pointing in the tabs. One of the tabs are kind of fighting with me. Over here, gee, I'm gonna have to just remove that. Oh, I don't like using that. Go on. Ah! Earthquake! Need a better tripod. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Careful. Maybe I should be doing this upside down. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Just want to do this upside down so that button comes in. One sec. Alright, so I got her back together. She works. Oh yeah, by the way, if you're doing this, make sure you take this out first. It works. Very happy with that. I gotta say, for $100, this thing isn't built too badly. I've seen a lot worse, that's for sure. It was only, yeah, about $100, and man, it snapped together relatively easily. I have had easier times, and I've definitely had more difficult times. I can't remember why I have a SIM card in there. I wonder if it was asking for one before I got any further. A mystery, because I wouldn't cut one down that short just for no reason at all. Of course, it's got one of these interesting card holders that you can put a SIM card, either two SIM cards or an SD card in. Very cool, very interesting. I gotta say, the size for one of these is definitely really small, but if you were, say, like a small Asian lady, this might be right up your alley if you wanted something super small, because I see some Asian girls like 5'4", and yeah, a regular phone is just huge to them. A regular phone was just the biggest thing in the world, so one of these wouldn't be so bad. Now, if I'm making up on this from the Patreon or anything, I will take this thing apart and show you absolutely everything on the inside. Actually, I think the home button's in a nicer position now. Very responsive. Alright, I'm happy with that. Anyways, it's Nev from Nev's Tech Bits. Have a good one, folks, and take care of each other.